Welcome back to Let's Play the new Legend of Zelda 3rd Quest. I'm Nitro6003, and today we're going to take out level 5. Alright, so here you have Vires. Now, you gotta be really careful in this level. It's a doozy, this one here. So remember in the last part I said we shouldn't have to use the F6? Well, if I have to in this level, I will, because this one can be ridiculously hard at times, and I'm not afraid to use it if I have to. And you're gonna want to bomb up. So if you have any issues with Wizrobes, then you may want to do level 6. Well, yeah, you may want to do level 6 first and get because you actually can. There's nothing in this level that gets you to level 6. You already have the item to get into level 6. So that's entirely up to you. Honor the dead of Hyrule before entering level 6. And just take your time. Don't rush. If you rush, you'll end up, getting destroyed. But if you don't rush, you should be fine. Well, that can't be said about where you're going to get the magic jar, but we'll get to that in a minute. Well, not in a minute, but shortly. The magic jar in this level is very, very heavily guarded. So you're going to want to keep that in mind. So now you're one room away from the start. And if you can get a clock in this room like that, you'll be much happier. Because then you'll leave this room with full health. More than likely. So now we're going to go to the right, and I need my boomerang for this room. Yeah, I see you trying. Oh, no, 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 no. See my potion? No, he did not. He just ate a ton of my money. That's okay. At least in the like-likes from the original Zelda that are in here, the orange ones, not the lighter orange ones, they eat your potions, your magical shield, and your enemy bait. So they eat 3 items. I think that's a little much. And I mean, look, I'm 150 rupees away from capping out, so I mean, losing a little money is not the worst thing. But having one like that eats 3 different things, I think it's a little much. But that's okay. So you're going to want to grab the key. And then go to the right. And then you have this room. Best way to do this room is actually from the door. You're not totally from the door, but, partially from the door. So now we're gonna go up, and this room here has these. So not those like the other orange ones. you're going to want to go up first. Now, get your candle ready. Because this next room can easily not kill you. Well, it could kill you, I guess. But if you're not careful, you could be back to the beginning of the level. And yeah, there's the purple ones are in here too. Oh, clock. And this is, by the way, where you're going to find your map. So, like I said, you could do one of two things. You could, you can beat the level or go to level 6. Either way, either way, you could have the magical sword by this level if you want, if you're willing to go through a different level. For example, if you're willing to go through level 6. Because that one does not require the item from this level to beat. Yeah, this level's more like a level 6 than a level 5. Usually level 5 has tons of dark nuts in it and gibdos. Alright, so now you're going to be in this room, and you just kind of want to go up. And of course I screwed up there and ended up losing my sword. So I have to go back down and regain my sword back. Yeah, I don't have a sword right now. Come on. Come here, Bubble. Bubble. Blue Bubble. Thank you. Yeah, this is easily a tough room. But not as hard as the one with the magic container in it. And I'm going to have to be really careful because you could easily burn 2 potions in there. If you can end up with full health going into that room, that would be to your benefit. Or as close to full health as you can get. I mean, you don't have to be exactly full health, but if you can have maybe 1 heart missing or 2, you'll be better off. And yes, you have to come this way. So once the wind robes fire, you can kind of sneak into the room. And yeah, they take a lot of hits, the wind robes. But they're not the most dangerous whiz robe around. Oh, did I get hit? I so did. I so walked into that. Oh my goodness gracious me. Not the worst thing to happen. In all seriousness, that's not the worst thing to ever happen. To lose your shield in this level is the worst thing to happen to you. And if you lost your potions also. There's probably no way you'd be able to beat it at that point. Yeah, I wish you could leave one enemy in this region of things. Just in case you got caught by the whiz robes, but by the wind robes, I should say. But with there being so much stuff in the next room, I'm not too worried. Yeah, this room you don't have to do again. I mean, you could if you want, but you don't have to. And this room, you do have to do, again. Like I said, unless you buy super bombs, because even the magical sword is not going to help you in this region of things. But these hearts are good. And I'm betting this room also respawns, doesn't it? Yep. And because it does, and because I actually don't have, I mean, I don't have to kill them again, but I'm going to because I don't want the whiz robes trying to hinder me while I'm walking through. And these guys will probably sort of respawn to a certain degree as well. Yeah, I don't have a lot of room for money. So, I'm not trying to grind for money. I'm trying to hit the bat robe keys and get rid of this bat robe. Or just get a clock, that works too. I'm definitely going to have a full wallet at the end of this little excursion here. Alright, so now that we're here, now we never got the key from up there. And I'm gonna bet that this room also respawns, doesn't it? Well, not totally. The Vires are the ones that respawn, so that's not terrible. Yep, there we go. I am capped. I cannot hold another single rupee. Well, I guess if I get sent back to the beginning again, I'm gonna buy super bombs. Because, well, why not? Yeah, this is the room I got hit in. I walked right into the Windrobe's range, which was not smart on my part. Yeah, I walked right into his wind. And yes, you have to come here. I believe map completion is kind of a given in this quest. I mean, you kind of should be able to do it pretty easily. And yes, you find a key here. Hence why you have to do it. But this is not the room you should be worried about. The next room I'm going to do, and you can ignore these guys if you want. Alright, so now here, yeah, you have more Windrobes. So what you really need to do, get your boomerang ready first. Try not to walk, don't walk into the Windrobe's path. You know, take your time. I mean, obviously, if you get caught by the Windrobe, you're going back to the start again. Alright, so you're going to go to the right. This room here, we're going to get back to in a minute. Skip this room for a sec. We'll be right back. I just want to deal with this one first. Yeah, if you can get these, like lighter orange Windrobes to drop a clock for you, that would be really good. And yes, you do have to come here. There's no choice. I guess it's better to be hit by... Awesome. That's where you find your boss key. So you're probably wondering, well, what is this Goma here guarding that's so wonderful? This is where you find your magic jar. And yeah, he takes one heart of damage for every shot he gets in on you. And he has statue support. I think that's a little much. I'll be quite honest. I don't usually complain, but I think that's a little much. You know, I think that's a little much for a room when you don't even have access to the red ring. I mean, if you could deal with him with a red ring, that would be better. But you don't have that choice. Oh, hello. Need my potion. This is probably the best I've ever done against one of these guys when I don't have the door to hide in. I think he's just like one more shot. There he goes. Oh, good. He dropped the fairy. That was really nice of him. He did not have to do that, let me tell you. And you know what? I have extra bombs. So I'm gonna, well, kill these guys off altogether. Or at least kill most of them. Yeah, that does not help me, that money. Oh, I want that bomb, though. So now we're gonna go down. And you have pretty much an empty room here, which is nice because, you know, you can run around if you need to. Don't be afraid to use your potions if you have to. Don't be afraid to use bombs. For right now, your bombs are your strongest weapon, I guess. And there is a key here. Alright, so you should at this point have the boss key, the magic jar, and now you're gonna go down. And yeah, you have slow movement against Wizrobes when they don't. But that doesn't bother me. Especially when you get a clock. Die. Alright, so this room here, you could use your bombs. It's better than dealing with the fire robes, let me tell you. I mean, at least weaken them with your bombs. And you can push that block. So the one thing you want to avoid now is getting sent back to the start. You really, really want to avoid that. Because then there's going to be so much respawn. And you do have to kill these guys, by the way. Oh, hello, clock. Oh, this is a good room to get a clock in also. This is a very good room to get a clock in. Because it's all red bubbles. So you can't really do very much in this room if you're not careful. Alright, here, more Wizrobes. Yep. And you know what? I'm going to keep my bombs ready just in case. Just in case. Yeah, I think that room with the Goma and the statue support, unnecessary to have statue support along with it. I think you get the same thing accomplished because especially since you can't block his shots. But that's really my biggest problem. Alright, anyway, going up to a room full of likes. And yes, there's a drunk bubble here. And yes, you don't want to get hit by these likes if you don't have to. Hello. Yeah, I see you trying to sneak up on me. I guess I could call this the official the rainbow like room. Yeah, let's call this the rainbow like room. Alright, so yes, we can now go this way. And yes, there's more wind robes here. And no, this is not the last time you have to worry about them. Too bad I can't carry any more money right now because it would be really helpful. Yeah, there was 2 of them in there. Oh, not getting caught. Not getting caught. No, thank you. You are not sending me back to the beginning of the level. And yes, you have to do this, by the way. You don't have a choice. And I'm trying to tank rooms I really shouldn't be. But hello, full health. I don't know how much extra money I've gotten in this level that I could not use because I've been capped. And yes, you need to find this key. Alright, so thankfully they don't respawn again, I guess. And so here you just have bats. And pretty simple room here. Probably your easiest. Hello, clock. And yeah, unfortunately, I cannot hold any more money. So, first you want to go in here and you need to get the raft. I probably have had, I don't know, at least a couple 100 rupees that I didn't get here. And yes, where they spawn you is kind of not nice, but anyway, you do need to go to the left. And this room you might be able to get a clock in if you do it right. And probably the orange wizrobes in here are probably your hardest enemy. Well, no, I guess those wizrobes are harder. I don't even know where he is. There he is. Oh, this is a mess. This is a mess. Double manhandlers. Yes, fairy, and there's the key. So you can't forget that. So yeah, this part will run a little longer, but we are going to finish this level. So you should have 2 keys right now, if you've been following. Good room for bombs? Oh, yes. Actually, an even better room for a clock. Yeah, this is a really good room for a clock. This would be a really good room for a clock. Hello, clocks. Clocks. Fairies. Something. So I don't have to waste my potion. Oh, there's the clock. Always happens like that. When you don't need it. Yeah, and by the way, more wind robes. You really, really don't want to get caught at this point, especially how much progress you've made. Because getting back here will not be easy. Be nice if they dropped the ferry. Hearts are good too, though. One heart at a time is good too. And just take your time. If you rush around this room like a chicken with your head chopped off, you're not going to be happy. And you're going to end up getting caught by the wind robe. You know? And you don't want that. Yeah, you don't want that. By any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, we're just about done with this level. Oh, there was a 20 there, wasn't there? There's I would probably be close to, I'd probably be almost at 1,000 rupees right now, I'm gonna guess. But I have no idea how much I've wasted, so to speak. And yeah, this one should not be hard. Just keep the likes away from you, and eventually you'll get a clock. And imagine if you got lost in this place, or got sent back to the beginning. Yeah, you'd be this level could take you at least, 45 minutes if you get caught by a wizrobe. Getting caught early is not a bad thing, but getting caught like here would be terrible. And yes, there's a mirror robe as the boss. And yes, he does a tremendous amount of damage to you. So your best bet here is just to kind of try to get him to fire around, at you when you're kind of in these spots. There's really no reason you shouldn't get this fight here beaten. Yeah, and you just have to be very patient. Very, very patient. There's nothing you can do to make this fight faster. I mean, I guess you could if you had a wand, which you don't have. Why didn't that one move around? That was interesting. I don't know why that didn't move. Should have. I have no idea how many hits this guy takes with his own magic. But to say it's not 2 or 3. So just take your time. And remember, he does 4 hearts of damage, by the way. With that blast of his. Yeah, I think probably 1 or 2 more should do it. Come down here, please. Shoot me. Hello? 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 Come on. Over here. There he goes. Alright, let's, and this is, hello, what you need your boss key for. And there's and to say the least, there's bubbles in there too. But I think that was good. Alright, let's quickly get the magical sword, because we're not far away, and then in the next part, we'll take out level 6. So, the magical sword is up this way. And there's a lot of things we have to actually buy. So we will be doing that too. And yeah, there's really no easy way to get here. That I know of. And you just have to kind of like make your way through all this mess of enemies. Alright, so we're going to have to come back up here anyway once we get the other item. The, I think it's over here. There it is. Alright, let's get back to the beginning of the place. Alright, so join me next time as we take out level. We'll buy a tremendous amount of stuff, and we'll take out level 6. I'm Nitro6003. See you guys later.